Here is my emergency bag. This is for fire drills, for bus evacuations, for different music programs, or for any time, and actually too we use it for lunchtime, for any time we go outside the classroom, because I want my students to be as successful as possible, and sometimes that means that they need just a little extra help. So in my bag, and it's kind of empty right now because the school hasn't started yet, but in it I will have an emergency list of all the students, but it'll also have, let me get it open, hard to do, I have a random magazine that my students like to look at. There's lots of cool pictures in it, bright and colorful. I have a spiral notebook, so this way they can draw, they can play with the paper, they can listen to it, they can fill the spiral, just depends on the student. So now there's this little sensory thing. I have a student that likes to look at things through yellow. Oh, I have an ice cream cone. Very important for some of my students. Oh, yep, there's another ice cream cone. I have a rubber ducky. I have, oh, another ice cream cone. And another ice cream cone. So I haven't cleaned this out in a while. I have a little SpongeBob, because you know SpongeBob's hot stuff. I have some string, well, rainbow ribbon, because I have some students that love rainbows. One of those black things that they love. I have a little monkey who actually stretches. See his arm stretch. He's actually, you're supposed to shoot him across the way, but we've never done that. I have one of my little tubes. And I usually have a set of bubbles in here, and I also usually carry like my hot commodity snacks that they don't usually get any other time, except for teaching a brand new skill. Like maybe sometimes my M&Ms, not really because they melt, because you never know where you're going to be. But I usually have goldfish in there, and I usually have like Trix or cereal. So that way, if there's a fire alarm, all I have to do is grab my bag and go. And usually, too, there's stickers in here. Like I said, the school hasn't started yet, but I usually keep stickers in here, and sometimes we put headphones in here, depending on the students that I have at the time. Sometimes a weighted vest, but just whatever is going to make the student successful in participating in different activities. Also, before we have a fire drill or a bus evacuation or a program, I have a social story that we read also. And then once, as we're headed out the door, I grab the social story that we're working on, stuff that in the bag, so that way if we're waiting outside for the fire drill, I can read the social story about waiting outside for the fire drill. So also in here too, I keep a stop sign, a wait sign, a sit sign, my normal signs that I have to have in order for my students to be prepared as possible. And that's our emergency bag. It's great too because if I'm gone one day, my paraprofessionals know where it is because they just have to grab the bag and they know that the stuff is already in it, ready for whatever might come up, and they can be prepared as well as my students can be prepared.